Like I said, for me today, this is about your experience, right? And it's great getting to the top, isn't it? It's fucking brilliant. But you want to enjoy this moment up at the top as well. And that's why with this, I just want to get a little bit from you to start off with. So give me some things that you've experienced coming up here today. Now, for like an example, like heavy heart rate, you know, physical things, right? Maybe mental, maybe nerves, maybe sore legs. Shout them out. Come on, let's go around. What have you experienced coming up here? Nerves? Yeah, nerves. Cool. Heavy legs? Yeah.
Tight calves.
Tight calves. Right, you are. Tight calves. Feeling those calves? Cramp? Knees, wasn't it?
Quads going.
Quads?
Yeah.
Quads, yeah. Right. Do you know what that is, right? Did you notice the higher the mountain we went, the narrower the path went? And then did everyone notice that the air got thinner? It was almost a little bit harder to breathe. I'll say it again. Think about that, because it's so easy to hear something and just let it go in one ear and out the other. The higher the mountain, thinner the path, narrower the air becomes. And look, for me, let me tell you something. Because comfort, it doesn't care about this. Yeah? Tiredness, it doesn't care about this. Late nights, don't care about this. Fucking partying with the weekends, no fucks given. It don't care about this. Now you're probably sitting there going, this, what is this? What is Jim on about right now? And it's this right here, right? It's that right there. Because we're all striving for that, aren't we? And it doesn't matter if it's green, and it doesn't matter if it's maroon. Because different cat badges, I will tell you, same mission. Same mission, it doesn't matter. And that's what we're all striving for, one of these, right? Fair to say? Do you know what this cares about? Anyone know? Determination, courage, unselfishness, cheerfulness. Look, cheerfulness in the face of adversity. Yeah? Yeah, but it's right. That's what that cares about. Sacrifice. Going out and getting it. You know, when guys are fucking sleeping, when guys say they want it, but they ain't here today, they don't want it. That's what that cares about. Yeah? Action is what that cares about. Now look, when I first joined the Royal Marines, like I said earlier, I was naive. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I was fucking fit, I was an animal. Look, I'll say that, right? I was an animal. But I didn't do this. I didn't get on the hills. I didn't experience days like this. So when we got the map and compass out, fucking I was like, what is this? What is this? Like I said, everyone here, you're already miles ahead of where I was. And this is why putting on this day is so important to me. And it means a lot to me, right? Now look, in a gym, on a treadmill, it's easy, right? It's fucking easy, right? But it doesn't teach you resilience. It doesn't teach you robustness, teamwork, confidence, determination. This is the stuff that does. This is what everyone's missing. You ain't missing this because you're here today, right? Be proud of that. Because if this had existed for me back then, I'd have been miles ahead. Like I said, got to training, I was a rabbit in the headlights. I was over here, I was over there. I'm a slow learner. I struggled to keep up the pace. Okay, I got through as an original. Okay, I stuck with the troop. I was fit enough. Had I known all this, what I know today, I'd have been miles ahead. Miles ahead. And that's what this is, right? So the real question, right, it isn't, can you do it? Right, I know we've had a few chats today. We've had a few doubters, haven't we? Yeah? Doubting you. Can you do it? You know, someone's probably asked you, can you do it? Are you up for it? You know, you've just got your ACL rupture. Can you do it? Right, that isn't the question. The real question is how bad you fucking want it. Like, how bad you want it? Yeah? How bad you want it? Yeah? Yeah? You want it, didn't you? I know you want it. You wouldn't have just got through your fear of heights. Just got through your fear of heights, didn't you? If you didn't want it, you didn't complain. You want it. How bad do you want it? You love that, yeah? The maroon version of that, that's what you want, isn't it? That's what you want. You want it bad, didn't you? Come on. You're going again. Yeah, you've been in. You're going back. Don't be ashamed to tell someone that as well, because failure's feedback. Without that feedback, you wouldn't be here today. That feedback takes you to the next level, because you'll go back stronger than you were before. So many people, they say they want it, but they don't want it. They don't want it, they ain't here. They don't want it. Now look, I'll read this bit, right? Because this bit is so important to me. Everyone knows Steve Bartlett? Diaries of a CEO podcast, cool? Right, he had a guest on. And they talk about the excuse list. And the excuse list, it's endless. Imagine like 2 A4 bits of paper. Endless, right? I want it, but life's too busy. I want it, but the money's too good. I want it, but my parents won't let me. I want it, but I'm too young. I want it, but I'm too old. I want it, but I've got kids. I want it, but I don't have kids. You see what's happening there? Someone's saying they want it, but then another excuse comes up and another one gets removed. So they don't want it, do they? Right? And that's the difference. Because the issue was never the excuse, the issue was the fear. Fear of playing small. Fear of telling yourself you're still stuck in that story. Right? Fear of finding out what you're actually capable of. And Tony Robbins, anyone know Tony Robbins? Okay, you know Tony Robbins, right? Motivational speaker. He says, too young can become too old overnight. Literally overnight. Because someone's found another excuse. And he's right. Because one day turns into 1 week. 1 week turns into 1 month. 1 month turns into 1 year. 1 year turns into lifelong regret. Because they never actually do it. The whole I'd love to, it responds to action. It responds to doing hard stuff. It responds to challenges. And the truth is, getting through the fear, stepping into discomfort and backing yourself is when growth takes place. Because that's when Royal Marine recruits become Royal Marine Commandos. Yeah? Or para recruits become paratroopers. That's when the real magic happens. So Tony Robbins, what did he say? He says you get awarded in public for the work you do in private. Yeah? You get awarded for the work you do in private. You're doing this today, you're doing it in private. Be proud of yourself. Now look, one day, some of you might earn this. I'm sure you all will. I believe that. And it starts here. It starts in moments like this. It doesn't start when this gets placed on your head. It starts in the moments like this. So look, as we go back down the mountain, as we continue doing our nav and our training and our learning, right? Consolidate all of that, hold on to all of that, but I actually want you to do something else as well, right? And I don't want to take the emphasis off the nav, but I want to think about, every one of you to think about your why, right? And when we get back down to the bottom, if you're happy, let's share. Let's all sit there and share our whys. I think it's important to do. And I talked about this on my podcast. I think it was episode 5. And it was about having a strong why. Because when you've got a strong why, you will 100% find your how. And when we talk about finding your why, ask your why once, okay? So I'm just gonna ask, what's your why? Just once. Okay, prove it to yourself. Now what I want you to do with that is ask yourself your why 5 times. Prove it to myself. Why do I want to prove it to myself? And that'll become your next why. Well, why do I ... Why do I ... And when you get to your 5th why, I can guarantee that's your real why. 5 whys, okay? That's your emotional why. That's your deep-rooted why. Because look, once you know that, the excuses, they start dying. The standards start rising. And the path ahead becomes simple. Not easy, right? Nothing in life easy is worth having. But it becomes simple. Now look, hopefully you've taken something away from that. Hopefully you're sitting here today fucking proud of yourself that you're sitting in this summit. And hopefully, get down to the bottom, have a fucking good laugh going back down, continue doing nav, tired legs, whatever, you crack on, fucking have a wet at the bottom. Sound good? Yeah? Come on. Come on. Well done, mate. Come on. Well done, mate.
Cheers.
Well done, mate. Good man. Good man. Right, lads, quick team 4, and then we'll get going.